My hand's full of so much power. It doesn't know what to do. It has to lash out at somebody. Ow, ow, ow. That's cage fighting. I would last for 2 seconds in a cage fight with a professional cage fighter. Now, if you put me in the cage with an 80-year-old woman who's never been in a cage fight, I would feel confident that I might come out victorious. But otherwise, I would be pummeled within the first 2 seconds, less than that. And then you'd have like the wire in the jaw, the broken nose you can't breathe through, the cauliflower ear. It's not worth it. Cage fighting is not worth it. Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the... Howdy, it's me, Manic Mark, coming to you from the bunker system located underneath the art villa found somewhere in the jungles of the Midwest. And I thought maybe I could go run this afternoon, but then I thought, you just worked 8 hours and you're tired, so I'm not going to go running. Tuesday video. What I did today is this. I'm putting a picture of it up on the screen. There it is. Finally getting around to repairing the damage done by the delivery guy who delivered the shower door, that fiasco. It's not over yet. I still got to deal with the company about paying for the thing. I couldn't find anybody around here, at least like on the internet, that advertised doing Fieldstone. I know they're out there, but I could not find anyone to give me a bid. So I just went ahead and I was going to do it myself anyway, but I knew stop it! I knew that the trucking company would like to have a professional bid on the job for the project, but I couldn't find. I figured at least $800, probably around $1,200 is what they would want, because the guy would have to come out and look at it. Maybe he could bid it over email. He'd bring his truck out, and they'd probably rebuild the whole thing. I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I did. I lifted the thing up with the front loader. It was broken, and the top broke off. It couldn't take the chain, the stress of the chain. So I had to rebuild the part of the slopey thing, and then the top. But it was a lot easier to just rebuild a few of the parts of the thing and just lift it up. I moved it, and I slathered the thing and with mortar mix, and I put the thing, and it landed right back in there pretty good. I was real lucky driving the old front loader. So there, that's what I did today. Now, backing up, I should have been working on this job. Here's a photograph right here of this job, of this giant oak tree that smashed into this 1920s house in a well-to-do part town. It was worth spending the time there just to see the tree and the damage that it did to the house. So our job was to clean up the mess. What you see, all the branches of the tree were gone, except for the one section that was in the here it is. I cut up. It was the first time I ever cut firewood inside of a bedroom. That's right. Brought my chainsaw in and cut up a pretty large portion. We couldn't move it, so we cut it up so we could move it, of this oak tree. So anyway, there's another photograph of the oak tree, and that's my friend Mark. So it was going to be an eight-day job, and the first 2 days it was hot, like about 100 degrees to 100 degrees inside. Heavy, hard, constant work just to clean. I didn't really get a photograph. There's another photograph of everything pretty much cleaned up, but that whole space was filled with like flooring and ceiling and furniture that collapsed in and everything. It was a tangled mess. Anyway, you had to wear a dust mask all day long. So then the 8-day job looked like it was going to turn into 4 days, and then the 4-day job didn't happen because after 2 days the subcontractor found out that the contractor, his boss, hadn't got some kind of like lead paint waiver signed by the homeowner or something crazy. And so he was worried about being fined. He pulled off the job, and that left us high and dry. So there's another example of the government saving me from something, but not including my paycheck. That's right. I had to throw that in there. Now I got a few records. Oh, no, we're not done sharing other things. All right. Now, normally I tell people never buy anything as seen on TV. When you see these ads for things, I generally say never do it. But I broke down and I bought the Grass Samurai. If you have trouble like me, Manic Mark, with the Weed Whacker and having to rethread the steel, line feeder that comes with it, I hate those things. I literally just hate them. There are a couple versions that this is discontinued. Now, I'm saying that because I think it worked so well that Still said, probably bought the company and said, screw you, we're losing money on our line because this is so good and you can't get them. Well, you can still get them on eBay. Okay, so this is the second one I bought, right? And basically there's just a clip inside each of these three things that the line will feed in and it won't come out, okay? You can push broken line or worn line from the outside through to put new line in, and also the perforated line that comes with the thing. It kind of seems like it's probably gimmicky, but it really does help cut. And this cuts through the hell through weeds. It's just really easy. You put in the three. They'll last me through. I've replaced them once, fresh, twice. So two fresh through my big giant hillside, which is horrible. Hell, like burning pit of hell. Except it's not a hell. It's a burning. I bet cage fighting would get my adrenaline up. If I did more cage fighting, I'd probably stay awake longer. I wouldn't need to drink coffee or anything, because like when you go in to do a cage fight, you're like, somebody's going to hit me. I better be, multiple times. You're going to be hit with fists and elbows, and somebody who's really limber. If you have an opponent that's really limber when you're doing cage fighting, you're going to be hit with a foot. Somebody that's limber enough to kick as high as your head, they're going to kick you in the head with their foot. The other thing I picked up is I noticed that when I'm using my Gravely-esque walk-behind mower, it's powered with two wheels, and you got to kind of steer it with the handles. It's really hard on my old wrists that are becoming arthritic. So I got these. Now this is a tip. This is a Manic Mark tip to help you continue to mow your lawn and do the things you want to do. But I bought these gloves on Amazon. They're weightlifters gloves, with these wrap-around wrist straps. So then you can go a couple times around your wrist. Is that the right way? No, went the wrong way. A couple times around your wrists, and it comes around with Velcro, and that gives some support to your wrist. I was looking at those Tommy Copper things. That was another thing I've seen on TV. And I'm thinking many of the reviews were like, there doesn't seem to be much support, and what the hell is the copper? What does it do anyway? It just seems like one of those mystical fantasy fake health things. So then somebody said, and I read this is what Amazon is so great. So somebody said, well, buy weightlifters. Well, of course, weightlifters are going to have something, and they're going to know what works. So there you go. Also, I can do cage fighting on the weekends wearing these. At Myers, I noticed at Myers they actually had cage fighting gloves. Like a lot of the people that go to Myers are looking for cage fighting supplies. Where did I put my damn beer? There it is. I could feel the support. Shrink wrap, I hate that. St. Vincent de Paul that I haven't found anything in maybe half a year. And there was a few things in there. So I'd like this. It's Duran and Ann Dixon. How did that happen? Duran and Ann. And here he is. Duran and Ann. And I may have this one, but I picked it up again. It's Alice Trent. Alice Trent, a QCA, Queen City album. There's Alice Trent. what the hell? I was trying to figure what the hell a dance is. It's like some kind of Egyptian god, a dances. It's not. It's a dance is Jack Hansen. This is arranged, conducted, and produced. There's 9 on each side. There's 9 made for dancing, including yesterday. It turned into a rumba. Yesterday, John Lennon. Yesterday turned into a rumba, right above the Clara Pocanette. So, another. Oh my God. Art director. Somebody gave themselves art directing credits for this album cover. Hot Steps Records out of St. Paul, Minnesota. Why'd you pick this one up? There's congas and bongos on the damn thing. That's why. Congas and bongos. Feelings. And there's a rumba. Feelings turned into a rumba. How could I pass that up? It's the Popularies today. Who in the hell are the Popularies? Well, I turned this over and noticed on the back that these guys are the Popularies. You can tell just by looking at them why, how they could be so popular. Look at the $1 million smile on that guy's face is enough to win over anyone. Again, it's the Popularies with their most boring cover ever. There's no credit for art direction on this one. What's on this one? Hello, Dolly. Taste of Honey. On a Clear Day. The Preacher. What the hell? That's not it. And last but not least, it's the Popularies with the this is horrible. How can I fix this? And maybe people don't care. You know, you never see a cage fighter with this giant ear loops where people stretch their ears out. There's a reason for that, because your ear's not going to last very long if you've got a giant flapping piece of skin down there and you're cage fighting, especially with the cage fighter who knows the ninja finger hook.
Love will keep us together. Think of me, a guy comes along, singing a song. Don't mess around, you just gotta be strong. Just stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop, I've been thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. Whatever. You belong to me now. Ain't gonna set you free now. When those guys start hanging around, talking me down, here if you won't just stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop, I've been thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. Whatever. Young and beautiful, someday your looks will be gone. When the others turn you off, who will be? I will be there and keep us together. I said it before and I'll say it again, 'cause I really love you. Stop, I've been thinking of you. Look in my heart and let love keep us together. I will. You better stop, 'cause I really love you. Stop.